I'm actually reading.
What are you reading?
Thank you very much.
What are you reading?
I'm reading Salmon, Trout, Steelhead.
Whoa.
With a big old folly on the cover.
What is up, everyone out there? Thank you so much for tuning in to another Addicted Fishing Live. Cameron's over there on his phone, per usual. That's all he ever does on this thing.
Really? Really? Okay.
Quit playing with your dinghy.
In that case.
Okay.
Don't forget, as always, make sure you guys drop some comments below. Let us know where you're tuning in from. I saw a couple of people last week who were, what are you guys doing? You data mining? I'm like,
yeah,
bro, I'm going back through and counting all the comments.
Yeah. It's like a real formal data mining. We don't even know your first day. We don't even know your last day.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what we're doing. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, there we go. Now we got some
Oh, there's everybody.
Oh, we got Mike Kaplan. Now we're live.
And,
totally.
and we're tuning
turn
out.
it off.
We'll see you guys next week.
Dude, all these people miss Mike. I've gotten a few messages, been like, where's Pizza Boy at? We haven't seen him in a while. Yeah.
That's
Well,
surprising.
he only shows up for the seminars with his pizza.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
dude, so if we magically put a little Caesar's pizza back there, he will magically appear.
Just the
He's like a leprechaun. It's his charm.
Okay.
Oh, but anyway,
He's
tonight,
like the
guys.
pizza genie.
You guys know the
have-
drill real fast. Make sure you tell us where you're tuning in from. Comment below. If you're on YouTube, give that thumbs up. Click down the live chat. Go to YouTube and thumbs up. You YouTubers have been kind of
Mike
failing
Z,
us.
what's up?
Failing us a little bit. Oh, Mike Z from Forks. What's up? Have you got a Steelhead yet? I feel like you probably should have had a Steelhead by now.
You probably.
Probably has.
I've been seeing. He's been catching
He's
some
been
big
too
old
busy.
Coho.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Mike's laughing at himself.
Can we ban him, please? Thanks.
On it.
Yep. Clint was like, insta.
Bring
we're
back
banning
Mike.
him.
All the
Insta banning him. Perfect.
Guys, I'm going to get some prize pack going here. I don't know what it's
right.
going to be.
Let's see here. What's up from Pasco? Lodi, Cali. Can't get my Steelhead in Lodi, California this year. Eugene, Oregon. Yes, sir. I go up to a river. Got it.
Pedro. We
Adam
had
Fott, what's up, bud? Yeah, long time no see, like 4 hours.
You're right. Be quiet, he says.
Let's see here. What's going on in Michigan? Ryan Mooney, thanks for tuning in, guys. Kent Washington, Phil, thanks for tuning in. We appreciate it.
Thanks for Loho and Clint. We appreciate
Yes.
it.
Oh, that's right. Hashtag Lowhole Clint. We much appreciate it. Yep. Tuning in from Olalla, Bonnie Lake, Eugene, Oregon, Hillsborough, Connecticut. I say that one's winning right now as far as the furthest away. Zach Pellet, thanks for tuning in, unless you're lying. I don't think you're lying, though.
Dude, what
You don't win anything. What?
Why are you being such a jerk?
I know.
He's just really,
Yeah.
he's like hurting everybody's
I'm
feelings.
from Australia.
You're like
Yep.
super aggressive, dude.
You've been
Dude.
catching Murray cod lately?
Murray
Oh.
cod? Ooh, that'd be kind of cool.
When are we going to do that?
Ooh.
Where do you go to do a Murray cod?
Australia.
Oh, no.
I want to go catch them. I was telling Oliver how we're going to figure out a way to transplant them over here and start stocking them in our rivers.
Oh, we might as well have something to fish because we better stock something or else. Anyways.
Well, give it 20 years and somebody will try to kill it all.
All right, guys. We got some prizes here for you. We're going to give away some addicted steelhead worms. I was actually just working today on new colors.
Let's say, is it getting that time to start talking
is.
steelhead worms?
I was getting all the new colors finalized.
You would be the
with
guy
Jimmy.
talking about steelhead fishing in December nowadays.
December. I'm talking. It's like October right now.
I'm just
saying,
saying though,
most
like,
years back when
he's
we
getting
used to-
ready for the December steelhead that don't exist.
Oh, no, yeah. No, they don't exist anymore. That's a fact.
That's all right. We can
Yeah.
catch them in January and February.
Yeah, I'd
and
say we
March.
just have to consolidate when it's really good.
Puff Keepsy, New York.
So if you guys are tuning in, we're going to give away a couple packs of addicted steelhead
Justin
worms,
Rogers, thanks
an
for tuning
Okuma
in.
hat, and a Mustad fishing decal. As Cam said, all you got to do is just make sure you share this live feed out there, share it to your family and friends. If you're on YouTube, text message it to a couple buddies and tell them to come subscribe to Addicted Fishing because we had something cool happen, didn't we?
It was pretty cool.
We broke
Yeah.
50,000 subscribers.
Oh,
so
that.
all you guys on YouTube, thank
There's
you
been a lot
so
of stuff
much.
going
We
on.
got a lot of cool
Support.
stuff going on.
And I'll try to talk over these guys
I'm
that are
sorry.
just so
I stopped.
loud.
I'm sorry.
Thank you for the support. We appreciate the 50,000 subscribers. It means a lot that you guys keep subscribing to the channel. We're going to keep making cool videos. Jordan just filmed a bunch more with Sean the other day.
Might have to make more tomorrow.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. Might
Some
have
Halloween
to
videos.
go on Cameron's River and Loho them all the time.
Loho Cam. Hash. Oh.
Should we start the competition and see who can get Loho more, Cameron or
The
Clint?
guy who's on the river more.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
hey, if you're low on me, just bring popcorn. That's all I gotta say.
Exactly. Bring your kettle
Bring
corn.
popcorn.
It'll
All right,
be
guys. So,
bittersweet.
what other little updates we had? We did have another cool thing these last couple days. What was that about?
I know my arms are still sore. I can't even talk about it.
From rowing or what?
Yeah. From rowing you
Appreciate it.
down the
Yeah.
river.
You weren't just rowing me. There was someone else too.
The
in the
king
front.
Oh,
was
there's
in
Kevin
town,
Van
man.
Dam, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
no big deal.
You're stupid.
He
Yeah,
sat in
you
the back
guys.
of the boat.
We
Yeah.
had Kevin Van Dam in town fishing with us, and if you guys don't know who that is, he's a professional bass angler. First of all, if you don't know who it is, I don't.
He's the professional bass angler.
Yeah, he is literally he's like the most. He's won more tournament
Money.
fishing and money than any other angler
Of all time.
Of all time. Yeah.
So.
That's really crazy to say, too.
And he was a fisherman. We literally didn't have to tell him much. I mean, he was like.
He
just
got
on
pretty
it.
annoyed when you told him anything. I
Yeah,
feel
he
like.
did. Yeah,
If you're like, yeah, you should cast over there, he's like,
Over here.
yeah.
And on a dime, and then he'd catch a fish, and then you'd be like, huh.
yeah, his casts were incredible. It was a ton
Yeah.
of fun. We filmed 2 days of it.
Oh, man.
So we'll be putting that out on YouTube. So make sure if you're on YouTube that you tap that little bell notification because we have that video coming. Probably in the next couple weeks we'll try to get it out.
Yeah, it'll
honestly.
be a few weeks. We got so... Man, we were talking about Addicted Life episodes, man. We've got like 4 or 5 just freaking bangers coming
do.
through the pipe. So if you guys are not watching Addicted Life on Sundays, it is just going to get better and better and better. And then I don't know
We
how
have
it's going
some-
to get much better than what we got going on right now.
Dude,
it is extreme.
It's
So,
gonna get bad.
but with that said, no, I mean those last 2 days we got to fish KBD, and I mean just to sit in front of the boat and listen to a guy who's had that much experience in the industry, just watching his cast, just hearing the stories and stuff like that. I mean, you know, we're all a community of anglers. We all listen to each other. We all kind of like try to glean stories and try to get information and, you know, like digest everything someone has to say. And it was an absolute treat being able to sit there and get ideas and different thought processes and just different stuff coming from somebody who is a true legend in the
Absolutely.
sport.
And he did put some of his little tactics to work. You guys,
And
we're not going to
it's-
tell you though what they are. Don't tell them. Don't tell them. They got to watch the. They gotta watch
Oh,
the
dude,
Addicted
it's
Life
legit.
episode.
It's pretty cool.
It's
Yeah.
going to start a new
I was
craze.
trying today.
Were you?
Oh man, all day,
That's awesome.
all day. But no,
It's got to be shallower water, right?
Yeah, and they were not in the shallower water. The 3/4 and the 1 ounce jigs were doing work today.
Nice.
Oh, he didn't
And
have any
yeah.
3/4 yesterday,
Yeah.
though. Interesting.
Oh man, come on! Don't hammer on him too hard. He's getting sad. All right, guys, how many we got watching now, Clint? Should we pick a winner for these first prizes here? 263.
Yeah, make them get to 300.
Yeah,
Wow,
come
you
on, guys.
guys?
If you guys are
Gosh.
watching and you want an opportunity to win an Okuma hat, some addicted
Yeah,
steelhead
be
worms.
sure to comment where you're tuning in from.
Yes, do not forget, drop that comment where you're tuning in from because that's where we're going to be selecting the winner from, is randomly from the comments. So we will give you guys until, let's see, it's 6:45 right now. How about 6:47? 2 more minutes and we're going to pick a winner.
2 more minutes. Very
Don't
good.
forget the super chat. Help
Oh
Clint.
yeah. In that case, no one's gonna do it. Why don't you go onto your camera and tell everyone?
No,
This should
'cause
be
you guys
good.
get all mad when I go.
Should go to your camera and show
Go to
them.
your camera and
show
tell
them
her.
the new
Do your
hoodie.
pitch. Oh, that too.
Talk about
Why?
that.
You have a new hoodie.
Yeah, but it.
Oh, do I?
It looks better on you, Clint.
Oh, yeah, I know. Oh, wait, this one.
And you're single.
Single, ready to mingle, ladies, right here. There it is.
why I
Clint.
don't do that.
Ah, and he's gone.
We should
And
raffle off
he's
a
gone.
Clint and Sean double date.
Ooh.
So guys,
Yeah, you're gonna make
Clint,
like
do you
$2.
have that graphic ready? Do you have that graphic ready that I sent
Yeah.
you, that I messaged you?
No.
Remember I told you I was going to announce that tonight?
Our producer, guys. Our producer.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
Oh, yeah, you're just now putting two
You
and
sent me that at like 4 o'clock.
You're
I had
just
no
now
idea
putting
that
two
I
and
had to
two.
do
I had
that.
some special thing announcement for you guys tonight that I was going to
I
announce.
don't even know what it was. Do I?
No one does.
God.
Oh, this should be good.
Neat.
This will be neat. Clint, pull. Well, we're gonna.
I
Have
love
to stall
surprises.
Well, now we're gonna. Yeah, we're all surprised. Now we're gonna have to wait.
now. We're gonna.
Maybe I
have
can
right
catch
there.
it.
Ooh,
Oh.
spooky.
Oh
Wow.
God.
Oh, that's
Look at that. It says
great.
"Rest in peace." Regular website prices.
Hang on,
It's not up
You
yet.
are clever. God.
And we've
damn.
gone downhill. Oh, look, the viewer count went to 40.
Oh Oh no, these guys are waiting. They want to see what it's about.
This is great.
Clint drops the ball again. Yep, William B. I completely agree.
That's exactly why we started our Loho Clint campaign.
He deserves to be low hole. Until he steps his game up, we will do hashtag low hole Clint.
Oh my god.
It's
Castle
coming, guys.
Rock, Beavertown. Jordan's gone full
Is
on
it up?
Grizzly Adams. Grizzly
There it is.
Adams. Isn't that like a long beard?
Like Coho
You
Adams.
said yeah, it is.
Coho.
Oh, okay. So there it is, guys. We are starting effective tomorrow. Actually, tonight at midnight. Tonight at midnight, we're going to be running that sale for 24 hours only. And the reason it's kind of short of a sale because it says free secret gift, and I can promise you, you want it. You want that free secret gift.
You are just so clever.
Why is it a
my
free
man.
secret gift? Why don't you tell people what it is? Maybe they'll do it.
Mastermind. Secret
It's
gift.
a secret gift.
Duh.
Is it a sticker?
Nope.
It's one
It's-
steelhead worm.
Is it a sticker?
Way better than a sticker. Way. What's he say?
Justin
Poughkeepsie.
Rogers just wants to say Poughkeepsie.
That's where he lives.
Poughkeepsie. Poughh Keepsie. Thanks for the super chat, Justin Rogers.
We appreciate it,
We-
Justin.
you
So
just wanted to do that, so we'd have to try to say that again.
24 hours only, guys. So that's going to go effective tonight at midnight. We're doing 15% off our entire website,
It's sold.
plus a secret gift on every order. So we appreciate all the support you guys offer us. And we did just launch a bunch of new
When's the
apparel
sale start? Tomorrow?
tomorrow,
Okay.
tonight at midnight.
Tonight at midnight. Yep.
So lots of new styles on there, a bunch of new hats as well that Mike just got loaded onto the site. So make sure you guys check all that out, and we appreciate the support.
Hey guys, when are the bobbers coming?
Supposed to have a final sample the first week in November.
Which is this week
Mm-hmm.
ish.
So I'm supposed to have a final sample this week, guys. So hopefully,
basically, I think they're waiting on our final approval.
yeah, we got to give them that one last go-ahead
we got
go
it.
time
We got
on the
it.
bobbers, and then we'll be putting them out. Hopefully this winter steelhead season. That's the plan. So as long as these samples come to us and we like everything that we see on them,
Promise.
it's going to be game time.
Yep.
All right, Clint, we need to pick a winner now, I think, for all these people that have waited around and waited for me to pick a winner. How many we got here now, Clint?
Secret gift is a picture of Clint. Yes.
Autograph
Actually,
picture of
it's a
Clint. How
pair
did
of
you-
those sunglasses Clint wears because you can get them literally 4 for $1 at the dollar store. It's pretty awesome.
Clint,
Every
guys are
box got
brutal.
Can
bright
you-
yellow sunglasses just
can
so you
you
can tell.
randomly
He's
select-
perfect.
I'm working on it. I'm gonna be like Josh. You guys make fun of me. I'm never coming back.
Oh, wow.
Wait, and for the record, we didn't make fun of him.
Well, true.
All you jerks out there did.
All right, guys, so Clint's picking a winner. We have an Okuma hat. Who do we got?
Kevin Pardini from Ukiah, California.
There you go,
Nice.
Kevin.
Now there goes our
Eureka.
postage budget.
Ukiah, California.
300 of you guys watching
Postage
now. We appreciate you
budget.
tuning in. So,
There goes our postage budget.
Ukiah, California, please
It's like on
shoot
the
us
border.
an email to orders@addicted.fishing, orders@addicted.fishing, and we will get this stuff shipped out to you.
But stay tuned because we will have another prize pack at some point in time soon.
Yeah, we will. I'll put one together. And our special guests that we have in the studio tonight, they're going to be giving some stuff away too.
Some good stuff.
Some good stuff.
Some really good stuff.
Really good stuff.
They have a deal for you that they're going to be offering you guys tonight, and they also have some stuff that they're going to be giving away. So make sure you stay tuned. We're going to be bringing them in here in a couple minutes for some really cool history. Actually, we just recorded a podcast, and Cameron was like the most blown away I've seen him in a long time, like reading through this magazine thing here. So I'm excited for you guys to talk to this special guest. It's going to be a fun one tonight. What else do we got?
Nothing.
Dude, there you go.
No,
I got fancy.
Okay, this is. I didn't know what he was. Shut up. I didn't know what he was reading. But I saw. No. I saw.
Come on, guys.
No, it's not. That's not what I was. Yeah, cool. It's a fish I caught with Ryan Beck.
Like, look at himself.
Yeah, no, it was not.
He is carrot black.
Oh my god.
Really? You all really think that was the? No, this is what I saw. I saw this graph, and I used that, and just like I'm like, oh wait.
Okay.
Totally.
Good excuse.
I don't care.
He's gonna just gut me with that fully.
I-
He's
yeah.
like, it went through his head for a second.
Yeah, I was
didn't
just
see
like,
it.
okay, Velcro off, pull out sheath. No.
Sharpen.
Once you remove it from its sheath,
It's a
you have
Gerber.
to
It's
show
ready
blood.
to go.
All right.
It's a
So, any
Gerber.
other updates before we get kicked off here?
No.
Jordan, what do you got? You got any upcoming trips?
I have
available?
2 dates available until the last bit of November, and
got a couple days if
depending
you can-
on what our plans are. But I do have a couple days open, so if you want to go
That's
fishing,
right. We have a YouTube series to film.
yeah, I'm still holding it there. But if it doesn't happen, I have 8 days available. So,
It's happening.
but fishing's been fun. You know, it's been a fairly decent year. It's not a giant run, I think, as a lot of people have seen. But if you work hard and go out and go fishing, you can take some fish home, and it's been good.
I promise that if you go out and work hard, you'll catch more than if you do just sitting behind the computer crying about it.
Yeah, exactly.
Pretty
well
much
said.
guaranteed.
Well said, buddy.
That's a
Pretty much
fact.
guaranteed.
So how do people get a hold of you if they want to?
Either you can email Addicted Fishing, you can get on Instagram 168 Fishing, or my personal page at Jordan Knigge on Facebook.
Cool.
That's about it.
And what are you doing? You gonna be booked? You got any trips?
I am pretty much inundated.
Inundated right now.
And not because it's just I've pushed off a lot of like trips too, so we're kind of stacking into the end. You know, there's
Starts
some fish
rolling
around
over.
now. You know, it's just kind of like we're getting there and got some trips planned and holidays planned, and
Yeah.
it's. We got a new raft coming on Friday.
That's
I
right.
know.
That's so
It's
exciting.
exciting.
Nothing. It's like
I know.
Christmas
We're
morning.
gonna start moving.
After
into-
rowing yesterday too, I'm like, God, I want to get back in the small river
Yeah.
so bad. It's
So
just,
fun.
it's just time.
It's a
But-
draw.
But there's like no rain in the forecast for like literally. the
It's
next
killing
month.
me.
Oh, I know.
The next
What in the
month.
heck is going on?
Feels like
I just
January
hope.
already.
I just hope by the time late buck rolls around, we got some rain. That's what I.
I hope it's sunny and crisp every day, full moon.
No. And it's elk season this weekend too, and it's like sunny.
Yeah. That's okay though.
Doesn't seem to matter.
Shut up.
That's right. That's right.
All right, guys. So me and Jordan are gonna rock out of here now. We're gonna bring in our special guest. So do not leave. And if you're on YouTube, don't forget, tap that subscribe button if you're new to our channel. We're here every single Wednesday talking all sorts of things fishing, bringing in special guests, burning things on stoves in the background. We do lots of fun things on this thing. So make sure you guys tap that subscribe button and turn on that
Mainly just pick on Clint though.
Yeah, that's the fun
part.
part.
Come on, let's be honest.
And Cam's going to have some more prizes to give away because I got another Okuma hat, another sticker, another set of worms.
Oh,
And
what
without
do you do
further
there?
ado, we'll bring in our guest here.
Yeah.
And Jordan's going to grab a beer and, you know.
No, I'm grabbing a soda
You
pop.
guys, we don't do this commercial break crap. We just bring in, you know, it's real easy.
Brought to you by Camera Black.
Brought to you by Addicted Steelhead Worms and
I'm
Gone
gonna-
Catching
I'm
Guide
gonna-
Service.
You know what's funny is I'm going to eat my words when we eventually, like, throw a commercial in there. We used to have it. Oh.
People would be like calling you out, which is
Sit
okay.
down or you want to stand?
Hashtag
Oh,
Marlin's full of it.
Yeah, I'll stand.
Hey guys, what's going on? We
it
just
going,
got done doing a
Cameron?
podcast, but why don't you introduce yourself to the Addicted world? Because we got some pretty big names in the house today, boys and girls. Who we got?
I'm Nick Amato with Salmon Trout Steelheader magazine.
That was meant for Marlin. Shut up.
Okay.
My bad, guys.
All right, we're gonna start that one over here real quick.
Hey, you guys, we got some pretty big deal. Oh my
Oh my
god.
Good stuff.
Hey guys, let's make it awkward.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Introduce yourselves. There
Trying
we
to warm
go.
these guys up.
Oh my goodness.
So we got the Peanut Factory back there,
Oh,
Marlin and
God.
Jordan, and we'd like to thank you guys all for having us here tonight. We just did a podcast, and look for that on YouTube, the Addicted Fishing channel. My name is Lucas Holmgren. I'm with Amato Media, formerly Frank Amato Publications or what have you, and I'm Nick Amato with Amato Media, Salmon Trout Steelheader magazine.
Look at this, a bunch of hey Nicks. That's the legend, my hero. Love Nick Amato.
Wait,
We
I
got
thought-
some fans in the
thought
house.
Cameron was the legend.
No, I am not the
The
legend.
real legend. Okay.
I've been fishing amongst legends for the last couple days.
Yeah, there we
That's right.
go.
Got one
Yeah.
today, yesterday. It's all good stuff.
Dude, and Lucas was also not just, he was formerly addicted.
Yes,
He used to help us with
absolutely.
a lot of stuff.
Hey, still at heart, you know, right?
We all are. We all are.
No. Yeah, so we've just been here admiring Cameron's picture.
Never
Other
gets
than
old.
that- So Nick just started fishing yesterday, I believe.
Uh-huh.
It was.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
No. So
Did you get your
guys-
first steelhead or
Yep.
first coho?
Not yet. I'm
Not
working
yet.
on it.
Working
They're
on
pretty
it.
tough to catch.
Yep.
Trying to learn how to cast a level line, but we'll
Hey
get
Corey.
there.
Shoot. For those of you guys that don't know, and there's probably like maybe 2.5 of you out of the
Ask him.
400, but why don't you introduce like career, what's going on with the STS hat? Like, why do you have an STS hat on? What's going
Well,
on
I'm
there?
the editor of STS magazine. Frank started the company in 1967. I've been working on it for about 30 years now, and we also have Great Lakes Angler magazine and Fly Fishing and Tying Journal. Published a lot of fishing books over the years. Also,
These are the 3 publications. If I can get them out into the light here. So,
Side cam.
oh, side cam.
Give me.
There we go.
Side cam. So for those of you guys that don't know, like I said, there's 3 of you.
Hang on.
No, not that's
Nope.
the ugly cam. Side cam.
Oh my goodness.
There you guys go. The 3 publications right now, but you guys have what? You told me in the podcast almost 500 books.
yeah, over the years,
Yeah,
we've published
500
different-
books.
Right,
Mostly all fishing related.
almost all fishing related.
All fishing related.
How to and
Yeah.
How to and what's going on. So during. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, maps.
Map
You know,
books.
various books about how-tos. This is about Skeena. All sorts of good stuff. Got a warehouse full of them.
And you know, it's funny because we were talking in the podcast, and pretty much every single angler out there at some point in time in their life, when they were picking up the steelhead rod or trying to get infatuated with salmon and steelhead, probably picked up one of Nick Abato's publications, magazine articles, books, something along. I know I did. I had the drift fishing for steelhead and the steelhead spoon ones.
right,
Like
right.
I had those, and then I had STS articles. I was even at the during our podcast we were talking about, like, I even read a pink worm article in STS back when I was going to college, and we were like, oh, we gotta try this. My buddy Sean tried it, and a line full of guys at a very popular steelhead hole, and we waxed them, drifting these giant, and we weren't even on a float. We were just drifting the pink worms, and and it's just something that's always stuck with me because, like, we read the article, we applied it. Of course, there was all the guys on the bank giving us the funny, "That ain't gonna work."
Bass.
Oh, there it is! Got another one, and bam, a lot of
that's-
education.
That's what it's all about, and that's what you guys are doing now. I mean, it's amazing, showing people what to do and, different things that are out there, and then they can go out there and catch a fish themselves. It's awesome.
I feel like it's this engagement in the sport is what keeps this sport and this industry, and honestly, it's to some extent our fish, alive. Like, I mean, because without this engagement and without people wanting to, like, live the lifestyle and participating in it, well, there's no reason to pay attention to them if we're not. So,
Absolutely.
Right.
very
That's
cool.
for sure. I can tell you, I wouldn't have cared about a salmon or a steelhead to save my life, and you develop this crazy passion for it just by learning and getting involved. So that's kind of, I think there's kind of a, both Fishing Addicts and SCS have been involved in the Hatchery and Wild, campaign, and you fish for fish, you care for fish, and for fishing opportunity. So Cameron's all excited about that, I know.
Oh boy, don't get me started. It's been a very very fun week for that, but we're not going to bore you guys with that just yet, because one other thing we talked about, we want to have the great debate, because we all know that bead fishing was invented 5 or 6 years ago. Was it you?
It was me.
It was you. 5 or 6 years ago. But this gentleman here has got 30 years under STS. And I think they might have been writing some articles and talking about it long before we all did.
Right. Yeah, beads have been around for a long time, probably all the way back into the 70s.
No.
Primarily used for trout, obviously, but the 12 millimeter and the larger beads, that is fairly new. From
That's
what
a
I can tell,
progression.
maybe, 10 years old, maybe ish, or
Yeah.
if that. And now they're getting even bigger, and then the soft beads have come on, and very effective, no doubt about that.
No kidding. But I just wanted to finish the great debate for the guys that think that they invented the beads.
Yeah.
And they're not even 30 years old or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, it's
Well,
like,
you guys know Josiah Dar invented the bead, right?
Yes.
oh, yeah, that's right. He's watching too. No, it wasn't the beat. It was bobber dogging.
Okay.
Okay.
Bobber dog. But like I said, you've seen these techniques and these trends, like, come and then go and then come back on again.
Sure, you bet.
I mean, is there anything else you could think of, or like, I don't want to
Well,
put you on the spot for it,
the
but
cool thing is going to be to peg corky above the hook.
Yeah. Yeah.
a floating bead?
Because if you notice, if you put the bead by the hook, it doesn't usually work very well.
Yeah.
We're gonna start pegging corkies again.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh my goodness.
Well, hey,
So
could we go ahead and I got a little idea. First super chat gets a free subscription to Salmon Trout Steelheader.
Someone already super chatted though.
No,
Like,
starting
Right
now.
Starting right now.
Okay.
So YouTubers,
Super chat.
super chat. You kind of dropped
Yep.
that one on me.
And then what we're going to need to do is then just get their address. And then we're going to be giving away 2 more subscriptions to Salmon Trout Steelheader. This thing has been out since 1967. Someone on the cover right there that you guys may know, standing right next to me, Cameron here.
But see, you can't know it because it's a face for radio.
It's a face for
So
radio.
You can't even tell it's me.
That picture, I swear I took that.
You are wrong, Marlon. I took
Lucas
this
took that
picture.
picture.
I definitely took this picture. I remember.
it.
Yep.
Oh,
Nice try,
Spencer
Marlon.
asking what happened to Jed Davis.
Jed
And
Davis.
he just beat Freddie.
He just beat Freddie.
2 super chats.
Oh,
again.
goodness.
Oh,
Oh,
we've already got a winner.
goodness.
We've already got a winner.
Oh, goodness.
Oh boy. Clint can buy more glasses. Thank you guys.
Man, well, yeah.
But Jed Davis.
Jed Davis hasn't, he still's around. He kind of got out of the fishing scene probably 10, 20 years ago. The Spoons and Pentax still's around, owned by, has different owners, but
Okay, so that's for the. So he was
Right.
was he the original?
yeah,
But pardon me, I said I don't even.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that.
I didn't know that either.
yeah,
That's cool.
yeah, so
Tell
he-
that story.
Yeah, so tell the story.
Well,
because
he wrote a book on building spinners, way back in the day, and how to plate spinners.
Spinner
and-
God, yeah,
yeah,
people.
all kinds of information. Then started Pentac, which makes the BC steel spoons and different types of blades and bodies and different types of plating. So Pentac still's around, and you can buy the products there. And Jed still's around. He just hasn't been active the last 15 years or so in the fishing world.
Gotcha. Crazy. Speaking of that, you want to talk about like past history. You guys brought in this book of older salmon, trout,
Right, yeah, that's
and
back in the
steelhead magazine. We might do a little side cam here, Clint. But
And the winner, or the
wait.
first super chat, was it Spencer?
yeah,
If you could just, I don't know how you guys want to get that address, but if you can get it over to us.
Just
If-
give me your email. Where can they email?
Okay, yeah, if you could email customer service at amatobooks.com. Customer service
Screen, please, Clint.
at amatobooks.com.
Spencer, thank you guys for the much super chats.
And Facebook people, don't worry, we've got some giveaways coming for you as well, but the YouTube guys get it first on the super chat. Anyway, so in print since 1967, what Cameron's going to be showing here, side cam right here, is
Maybe
some
one day. Ooh,
classic salmon trout steelheader articles.
look at this. So
This
we were,
is so cool.
yeah, so we were pouring through some of these. Now, first off, before I get into this, is there a way that people can look into these archives? I didn't ask this last time. Is this kind of
There's no way to look into these archives right now. We're thinking
Except Marlon just gave us a brilliant idea. So what I'm going to be doing is starting a podcast where we're going to read articles from Salmon Trout Steelheader magazine since 1967. So it will be coming. Keep an eye out on salmontroutsteelheader.com. Just got that idea today in the podcast.
STS Mag was such a huge part of me getting into fishing in Washington as a kid. Such cool history. No, Travis got it. I couldn't agree more with you on that one. But regardless, guys, so we've got some older issues here that we were looking at. And some of the information and some of the stuff in here was pretty darn incredible. I'm not going to be able to find like exactly what I was like looking at, but just to know that what these guys were thinking about and what these guys were trying to like, I guess, master and work through like the problems and stuff that we had, that we, just trying to catch a fish, right? There was even an article I saw that was using ghost shrimp for steelhead. I mean, you're talking some of the stuff that's just like revolutionary,
Right.
Stuff that was on probably the cutting edge back then. That is now is pretty. I mean, it's just crazy how common it is now.
Right, sure.
Widespread, yeah. Yeah,
Let's see
and
here.
over the years, many techniques have come and gone and come back again. And looking through these archives, there's some incredible history and information. And that's kind of what this is all about. Frank Amato Publications. Frank Amato, Nick's dad, is a great character. I got to hang out with him yesterday and interview someone who has done a lot for our fisheries, Larry Cassidy, who has worked with legislatures, testified in front of the Supreme Court. Anyway, there's a big history here in salmon trout steelheader since 1967 of not only teaching people how to fish for salmon and steelhead, but also being involved in kind of educating people about the issues, and it carries on to these days. Salmon trout steelheader has always been about, first and foremost, educating anglers and helping them catch fish. That's what it's all about, because we love fishing. I love fishing. Nick, of course, I think he likes fishing. And but it's always been about good content, good articles right in here, starting with the magazine. We also have a ton available online at salmontroutsteelheader.com. If you're just looking to read articles all about fishing from your phone, it's nice and easy to scroll through it, take a look. No problem at all. It's easy, salmontroutsteelheader.com. Also, I wanted to tell you guys, for the Addicted fans in the house today, we have one incredible discount for Salmon Trout Steelheader. If you want to pick up a subscription on salmontroutsteelheader.com, you can go there and pick the 1 year, the 2 year, or 3 year subscription. And when you get to the checkout process, type in Addicted. You will get 50% off that subscription. So again, that coupon code is Addicted. Now that doesn't apply to the rod and reel setups and everything, but Cameron, for one, what he didn't tell you is Cameron has been writing articles for Salmon Trout Steelheader, and despite his face for radio, he's actually a very good writer, and he's got a number of great articles in there about coho fishing and such. Coming in January, he'll have some more steelhead articles. And so if you want to get that magazine delivered to your door, so you can get your face out of the phone sometimes and sit down by the fire and read an amazing article or two about fishing, go to salmontroutsteelheader.com, code of Addicted.
Let's go. So is this the most current episode?
That is not.
That's so sad. This is the most current. What's the most current, so just to give people an idea of some of the articles and stuff that they can read in here.
So
what is the most current?
This is it. Dan Fisher on the cover, and that one right there.
Go side cam, bud.
Yep.
Side cam.
You can find it in Fred Meyer, Walmart, Barnes & Noble.
Side cam.
All the good stuff.
Pay attention.
I love you, Clint. I love you.
This is so fun. All right. So what are some of the content? So let's look at the Columbia River swap from Rod Santa Columbia River Salmon Run. So what's that talking? It's one of the features for this week.
That's the history of the Columbia River and all the political things that have gone on behind the scenes.
Oh boy.
Yeah, so that's some.
We're
really
talking
heavy
the Columbia River forums.
Mm-hmm.
And
Got
the
it.
dams.
And it talks a lot about what should really be done with the dam. So it's a heavy-hitting three-part series.
Coho finicky fish alternatives. Fishing first from Matt Miller. When it rains. That was mine. Northwest Salmon Derby series. Autumn's Angling Buffet from Bill Herzog. Egg flies. So you guys can get kind of like a small sample kind of what we're looking at here, as far as some of the types of articles that you guys would be getting in the SDS magazine. Yeah. What else we got? We got pro reports, fishing, food, news,
Did you
quotes,
announce how,
and
if they
fishing.
want to go subscribe, how they do it?
Yeah, we did, but you were gone.
Yep. So yeah, every issue, there's 10 Salmon Trout Steelheader issues a year, and every issue we're looking to provide the most cutting edge information, and there's a little shout out to Hatchery and Wild. So yeah, it's for me, I've been able to come on board with Salmon Trout Steelheader and not only work on Salmon Trout Steelheader, but Great Lakes Angler and Fly Fishing and Tying Journal. We've built 4 new websites for each of those, and the focus, again, it's about reading interesting, good information about fishing. And one of the things that I found over the years is if you get one of those kind of more generic magazines, I won't name any names, but the ones that try to please everybody, they end up pleasing nobody because the information is all kind of too generic and shallow. And with Salmon Trout Steelheader, we go deep into the details and deep into the information. Like I said, I do really appreciate Cameron's articles, but there's a bunch of other amazing writers out there that do a fantastic job every time. So
And then you've done a really good job with our new websites.
Yeah, the websites are fun. That's what I do, and that's what I enjoy. And again, it's just, you jump on there with your phone, you go learn, you enjoy it. We've got an email list that you can join up. That's what Marlon likes. We spam your email about once a week with good articles, and just send that so we can all take a break, and hopefully your boss doesn't catch you reading our articles. So luckily I work at Salmon Trout Steelheader, so if my boss catches me writing articles,
You're good to go.
But let's talk.
Let's have some
talk-
questions for Dick here, because like I said, we've got an encyclopedia of a lot of fishing history here too. And like I said, the first guy that asked about the
Really quick.
Oh,
sorry.
never
Joe
mind.
Carlson. He's halfway through a 3-year subscription. Joe Carlson, of course you can do it. You can use this code for an additional 3 years, 1 year, whatever it may be. We really appreciate it. Anytime you get a subscription, you just add it on. We'll be there for you. So, anyway, sorry, Nick.
Nope.
Oh, that's fine.
I'm
I
asking
can't-
the audience here. So David O'Connor just bought a subscription. There's worse things to be caught looking at on company time. Yeah.
Somebody
So how
says
many
watch
20-pound steelhead has Herzog got this far?
this year, or all told?
I don't know.
Hey,
A
How
lot.
many have you got?
I don't want to give away any secrets,
Yeah, how
but
many
I
you
was
got?
at Nick's house the other day, and I hear him talking with Bill,
Side cam. Oh,
and there was some
he's gone.
crazy story, fishing story, but being that it was coming from Bill, I'd assume it was a pretty big fish. But it got away.
Mm-hmm. It did. Yep.
So we're going to say 50-pound steelhead.
Minimum 50-pound steelhead.
Anyway.
There's also some full-page ads that you guys, we want to talk about Hatchery. I'm going to just keep plugging away at Hatchery Wild Coexist because we want to talk about some of the coalition that we're building for that. Here's a little spattering of some of the companies that have signed up and what you can do for just going onto the website at www.hatchery-wild-coexist. It'd be really cool if I had a side cam.
Yep.
It'd be really cool. I'd really appreciate that. Yeah.
So how old were you guys when you caught your first steelhead?
Yeah,
I
that's
saw
a good-
somebody ask that.
When I caught mine,
Yeah.
it was in 97. 97.
Nick, besides
Nick,
yesterday,
Say
what was
how
it?
old you were.
Oh, yeah.
I know I was in the
I was 16.
I was in the 3rd grade, so I don't know how old I would have been. Probably 8, I guess, in the Wilson River on a plug.
That's
On
awesome.
the river. River
Yes.
names.
Yeah. And I actually, I've been a little late to the party, and it was actually a pretty awesome story. I was really into bass fishing, and I was working doing websites and such, and I met Marlon. Actually, I was singing karaoke, and Marlon came up and said, "Hey, you're the only guy I've heard in here who can actually sing." He's like, "Why don't you come to my studio and record?" Handed me his card, which said Fishing Addicts Northwest. So, long story short, I talked to Marlon about it. I said, and I found out he had a website. He was doing Fishing Addicts Northwest, and I said, "Well, hey, I'll help you with your website, and I'll sing on your songs if you help me catch a steelhead." One day, I was working at the web development studio. Marlon gave me a call. He said, "Rain just happened. Can you come right now?" And so I asked my brother, who was my boss at the time. I jumped in the car. Marlon sped 90 miles an hour up the road.
Which is normal for him. So
Yep.
I don't think that's special.
Yep. Got up there. I thought I would die. And we went to the spot. He gave me a 10'6" rod, and he told me, "This is $700 here. Don't break it or I'll kill you." I threw it out. First cast, bobber down. I didn't even know what to do, so I just stared at it. Missed it. There was teeth marks on the worm and everything. And then we went down to another rock, cast it in, caught my first steelhead right away. So my first steelhead was with Marlon. And since then, I've been able to learn. I've only been fishing probably 7 years now, and I've been lucky and blessed to be able to learn from a lot of great fishermen, and that of course has given me a leg up on just being able to catch fish. But beyond that, I also started learning. Marlon gave me a stack of STS books and various things and stuff. So
That was funny. That's literally what I did. I gave him a couple of the old, I gave him the Bill Herzog
Yep.
Steelhead book.
Yep.
Gave him a spinner fishing book, a stack of STS
Yep.
magazines, and 2 of the STS videos that were made.
Yeah.
And said, "Dude, go learn."
yeah, he said, "Go read this," and I ate it up like crazy. So something to be said for that. And little that I know, I'd be working for him. So yeah.
Like I said, I can't imagine anybody. Like I said, that just that story, you still had STS plugged in there, you know what I mean? Everyone's
Yep.
dude. I know mine did. I know Freaking my dad's did. I know a lot of people's did
Yeah.
for sure.
So go subscribe.
So go subscribe, guys.
appreciate
There's always
that.
good stuff.
Yeah.
And like you said, if you're the angler that thinks you know it all and you couldn't glean any information on this, well, then you shouldn't be watching this podcast because you already know it all, and go catch all those 20-pound steelhead tomorrow.
Hey,
Anyways.
Cameron brings up an excellent point. One thing that we talked about in the podcast is that Nick's dad, Frank Amato, is 76 years old. He's still getting out, and he's rowing the river in his own little raft. And I was riding with him yesterday in the car, and he starts talking, and I assume he's going to, share some information. The guy's fished everywhere, and he's produced a ton of books. And he ends up asking me a question about what he should do for hatchery winter steelhead this December, and I'm just blown away. And what it makes me realize is that the inquisitive nature of anglers, if you're willing to learn every single day and pick up bits and pieces, that's what keeps you catching fish. And so, and Nick here, same thing. I'd think, so at a certain point, people learn everything that's absolutely not true. Nick, Cameron, Marlon, all these guys over here, they're learning every single day, and that's pretty exciting because there's always something to learn. So, Nick, would you say that's true? Are you still picking up things every day?
Absolutely. Every single day you learn something new, and things change constantly. Rivers change, techniques change, colors change.
Yeah, absolutely. What about you, Cameron? You got it all figured out?
I've got everything figured
Yeah.
out. I want Clint to scroll to the screen, though, real quick, real quick. No, I don't have it figured out. And, and even one thing that's kind of like, we don't have it all figured out. Like, let's just be honest. We were just talking in our podcast today that, just like every run of salmon is completely different than the other one. Like, we develop patterns like within those runs, egg cures, spots, but the river's always changing, the feed out in the ocean's always changing, the water level, whether we have it or we don't, the weather's always changing. We talked about that a lot in the podcast. And so, just being able to like always be up to date, the content never gets old.
Mm-hmm.
It never gets old.
Yeah, absolutely. Anything you've noticed this year for Coho that's been a little different?
Well, they don't want to jump and roll as much as they do. I know that. There are areas that you'd see a lot of fish like popping and rolling. Like, I feel like you don't, but then you go through those areas and I don't know if they're on the move more or what their deal is, but like sometimes rivers could seem really bare, but they're really not.
Huh.
Thought that was kind of interesting, but
For sure.
I mean, there's other little nuances of like what we're fishing and stuff and what we're different, but it just, it's always changing. It's always new. So yeah,
That's
definitely. Real fast, guys, what I want you guys to do is, if you had a moment, we're going to draw for the next prize pack winner right here. So it's going to be a Kuma hat, some addicted steelhead worms, a subscription that you can add on, and this will be for the Facebook and the YouTube guys. I want to hear some of your guys' stories on if STS has influenced your fishing lifestyle, career, or if it hasn't, but you're going to subscribe and you're going to.
Absolutely.
So that's going to be the prize pack. We're going to give you guys about 5 minutes, and we're going to read through some of those to you guys. If it, like I said, if STS, like what quick blurb, I learned. Shoot, I mean, honestly, I got another great story about that. Just to give an example, the day my buddy Bowman brought a red and white bobber down to a very popular hole in the river I grew up at, and fished a bobber with a bucktail orange jig, fishing a float for steelhead. I can't believe I forgot that.
Yeah.
Fishing a float for steelhead. And we laughed him off the bank until that first time because he read it in an STS article, because it came from BC, right? Is where kind of
Yeah, there was some of it was coming from BC. I think Jim Bradbury also started a lot, and then there was a lot of it going on in the Cowlitz at Blue Creek too, way back when. But yeah,
just straight up float fishing. Well, he brought it down to the river we had, and we were always walking around the riverbank with the beta eggs, 55 liters, because we were basically drift fishing in holes we probably really shouldn't have been, or trying to like drift this stuff through, and snagging 100 liters. And my buddy Bowman, and that first cast, watching that red and white bobber go in the water, like, oh, you're on the bottom. No, you're not on the bottom. Oh my God, it's steelhead. Oh my God. How many more of those red and white bobbers do you have? Like, literally, game on from day one. Read it in this. I forgot about that one.
yeah.
And by the way, I saw a question here. The code will last, we'll keep it going for about a week, so don't worry about that. We'll have that code going. So kind of similar to the pink and chartreuse jig that Cameron has that doesn't work. Marlin,
God.
Marlin laughing you off the river and then
Yep.
seeing that thing crush. Yeah. Well, that's
Still
good.
doesn't work.
It still doesn't work, but it's a fluke. Yeah. I saw something cool there that someone said. Addicted has been to me what STS has been to a lot of you, and that's cool. I mean, Addicted has done a bunch of amazing things for not only helping people catch fish, but getting people into the sport. And the more people in the sport, the more people that can advocate for the sport. And I think you guys are heading in the right direction of kind of gathering the troops in that department. But I did do an interview with Larry Cassidy yesterday, and we talked about some of the things that can be done on the political level, and that interview will be coming out pretty soon, but it kind of talks about the whole hatchery and wild debate and this and that. And one thing that I have noticed as I've talked to more like Nick's dad and different friends of Nick's dad is that it's a nuanced debate, and they have a lot of amazing information, and a lot of them will agree that not all hatchery practice has been perfect, but they have very good examples of very good hatchery practice in the right places. And I think some of this information that's going to be coming out in the next couple of months will be really nice.
That's a great segue, because I'm infatuated with some of these stories that I'm reading here. You guys, like, everyone's, I left it on my dad's coffee table. I read it every morning. I mean, there's so many more like that. And someone's gonna pick a winner. I'm gonna read through a lot of these guys. When I was 13 at Fat Nancy's in Pulaski, like, some people talk about reading at airports. I mean, yes, sir. Catch fish coho.
Wow, first coho this year.
I learned how to drift fish
Owes it to
35 years
STS.
ago in
Man.
STS. Caught my first steelhead on the Oregon coast, and I've been hooked since. I have all
Tomans.
my old magazines. That's crazy. You guys are... Oh, wow.
Yeah.
This might have been a bad idea because I'm trying to read them.
Yeah. All in all, I mean, the kind of resounding thing that I seem to run across
Learned
in
about
here.
Tolman's underwater videos on STS.
I read that, yeah. Is that there's a pretty amazing community of people out there, and the more people that I meet of all age groups, there is so much intertwining here of different people and writers and information, and that's one of the beautiful things about fishing is the more we can kind of share information on our techniques. Some people hate it. Some people say that, we shouldn't be helping people catch fish. You need to learn it on your own or whatever and stuff. But I just see it as a positive to help, spread techniques. We're not necessarily dropping river names and all that sort of stuff all the time. We're not trying to give away your secret holes, but spreading the techniques and then trying them. I love to be able to hear from someone, I tried this color with this and that and try it out and it works for me. It's amazing,
Incredible.
I certainly said that a lot.
I used to hide in the magazine section at Winco when I was a kid reading STS while my mom was grocery shopping.
That's a good way to spend your time at Winco.
STS fueled my passion for the sport, going back to some of my earliest memories, thumbing through the magazine and catalogs the articles like a fishing library. Agree, Kevin Gray. Agree.
Wow. That's
STS
great.
has always been a staple. I remember reading in the grocery store until my mom. Which is weird because I think he might have copied that.
Yeah.
Can't believe there's still a debate on hatchery. Okay, we're going to talk about that.
Yeah.
Is Cam on Adderall? He is going 1,000,000 miles a minute.
That's
I'm
just
on
Cameron.
Caffeine.
That's
I'm
just
on
Cameron.
Caffeine.
Yeah.
Lots of it. What is your favorite? You've got to have a couple. We gotta pry into Nick Amato here a little bit. What is like some of the most memorable articles? I mean, do you have like anything that just like in that 30-year editing career? I mean, you've got to have 1,000,000 of them. But you know what I'm saying? Like, is there like a top three,
There's
top one?
not one in particular, but the type of article that I really like are the ones that just make you make you want to get up early, make you want to get out there, make you want to do it, and it shares some of the magic that you feel. So when I can feel that magic through a story, those are the ones that really affect me.
Just the motivating stories, the ambition.
Right, and the magic. There's the magic too. Even if there's no fish to be caught, you're just out there. Everything's beautiful. You wouldn't want to be doing anything else that day, and there's just a feeling you get with it. It's better
You can
than
tell what the
anything.
author's like talking about and
Right,
trying to, what I mean?
right. So we try to give that passion through the pages.
What about techniques? Nick,
Yeah, favorite
Yes.
technique that's come across.
he's
like,
always
I mean,
reading and editing articles about techniques. But if you could just put yourself on one stacked steelhead river.
Okay, so this is going to sound crazy because you go through phases in your fishing life. So you kind of at one point want to catch the biggest, you want to catch the most, you want to be better than everybody else. And then at a certain point, you just want to go have a good time, catch fish the way that you want to catch them, have a special magical moment happen, maybe say a fish chase your lure and not even take it, or a fish come up to the surface and grab it, or something that makes it memorable versus
Yeah.
just cranking one in after another, which would seem like the ultimate, but just looking for that magic moment.
Yeah, that's like you said, it's different for everybody too.
Right. So I'm just saying where I'm at in the game these days, but
So drift fishing is cool. That's like that's the technique that kind of seems, people talk about that requires the most technique and paying attention and stuff.
Right.
And would you say that's a favorite of yours, or
I can pretty proficient at just about everything, and there are tiny details that make the biggest difference in the world. Putting your terminal tackle in front of fish more than everybody else, or as much as you possibly can, that's going to catch you more fish. Just the math works out in your favor. Having an absolute razor sharp hook, critical. I mean, that's more important than anything. And sure, a lot of these newer hooks come sharp, but people don't touch them up while they're fishing during the day, and that'll cost you big time. I mean, you can watch the underwater videos and watch the fish come up, and you see a rod tip do that, fish.
Yeah.
And if your hooks aren't razor sharp, it's just not going to stick. So
Sounds
there's
like me.
little endless details and colors and straightening your line out right after you cast, make sure everything's lined up. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on.
Yeah.
And you talk about like that straightening your line out. Like I'm not gonna be able to find it now, but like even thumbing through this, there was some like it was like a proper drift fishing technique. And
It's
the first
huge.
little blurb I read about when I just kind of skimmed the article fast during the podcast was what you were just talking about.
Well,
there.
I'll tell you, when you go fishing with guys who are even pretty good fishermen, and it's like, okay, one guy's always usually catching more fish than everybody else, using the same exact gear. There's always these little fine things that are going on that make a big difference. Absolutely. That's huge. I mean, if you're drift fishing, having everything lined up so you can feel the tiniest little bite versus your gear back behind your sinker, all the difference in the world.
So Al D said that I remember when Nick Amato corked me off my favorite.
Oh God!
Off my
I was ready to
favorite
go above
hole.
it, which
What? Really?
for me STS was life changing.
Yeah.
I mean,
so he
like-
said, I remember when Nick Amato corked me off his favorite hole. Yes, years ago. Luckily, I had his magazine to find the next hole down. That's good. Yeah,
and that's why he put it in there for you.
yeah, for sure. Well, that's the fun part. I mean,
Clint, are you right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's draw a winner for this, guys. We'll still do one more giveaway, but we got to
Yeah.
go up to one of these stories, kind of thumb it up there. You can tell because they're usually a little longer, and
We
just
think
go
you
up a little
yeah.
ways because they've been going for more than 5 minutes.
And you guys are awesome. I'm seeing a bunch
Yeah,
of.
there's some real. This will be one that I'm definitely going to go back through and have to read through some of
I
these. 'Cause
wish.
there's some
I
really
wish we
great-
could answer them all. My wife's asking me for me to sing, but
Yeah, hey, come on. Can you do some beatboxing?
Oh no, thank you. No,
There
thank
you go, right there. Yep. Picked up the first issue when I was 13 at Fat Nancy's in Pulaski. Can't fish in town at dark, so I thought I'd read it, but my father took it to the bathroom with him and left it, so I had to buy a second copy. Justin Rogers, congratulations. We got you this Addicted prize pack. Just email orders@addicted.com and we'll send it out to you. Much
No.
appreciated. Wait, huh? Orders@addicted.fishing.
Fired.
Damn, I suck. I've only been doing this 5 years.
Thank God.
Terrible.
Favorite Backstreet songs on the river.
Huh? No.
Yeah.
We're not gonna. Go ahead and scroll down there, get my new comments, you guys. And so, I do have a little update, and we're gonna get back to some stories here in a second. I do have a little update because in this magazine or article somehow came out of my mouth. Medical.
That's good. Magical. Okay.
Wow. Okay. Take a breath.
Okay.
Anyway, so in this magazine, you guys, there was a lot of stuff talking about the artificial movie from Patagonia. There was a lot of stuff on there. It was posted even on our Addicted page. People were wanting to talk about what can we talk about as sport anglers? What's the fallacies and the falsehoods in that article? And if you guys look on this page, sidecam, STS Magazine on page 10, Don New, one of our directors of Hatchery Wild Coexist, wrote the response. Don't worry, we're in good hands. Right here, this article explaining exactly what to do and exactly how to pick apart the artificial storyline. And you guys see it's a huge article. I'm not going to go through it. I should just sit here and read the whole thing top to bottom. But regardless, you guys, there was a lot of like I said, falsehoods and discrepancies in that movie. And for those guys that want to delve into it, I'm not going to force this on you, but if you guys check out that article, Artificial Scare Tactics, page 10, the new
October.
I keep saying episode.
Yeah, the new issue.
Yeah, the new issue.
Latest
Gosh,
issue.
I'm draining here. October, November 2019, guys. Like I said, the Artificial Scare Tactics, page 10, right there.
Awesome. Really quick, first of all, thanks, Carlos, and a couple of you guys here. Facebook people, yes, you are still important. Hey, we're hearing a little bit that the YouTube people are getting a little too much love, and we don't mean to do that.
And I don't know really know why,
give away-
because they're not thumbsing it up. So, we might have to draw back from the YouTube.
Yeah, for sure. Can we do another drawing for a Facebook person for another Salmon Trout Steelheader subscription? 1 year to Salmon Trout Steelheader. Clint's gonna give her a go. We got you, Facebook people.
So, but you need to comment.
Have them do something.
You got to
Facebook
comment
do
on something, though.
So you got to comment and
a question for Nick Amato.
question for
Go.
Nick Amato, Facebook guys.
Facebook
Look at
guys.
Nick. Nick's like, nah.
Nick's like, oh dang! Well, we got Nick Amato in the house. Ooh, he's the walking encyclopedia.
Yep. Just so you know,
Yep.
Nick, he likes sitting behind his computer and making magazines. So, but he's here. So
Let's see. You're on the Facebook, guys. You're doing that. Don't be a comedian.
yep.
Yeah. Welcome to the internet.
So I'd like to kind of pick both of your guys' brains on just a little bit. One question here that Cameron you might comment on is someone just asking the question of what happened to the Coho run.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
Cameron predicted 900,000, I believe it was. And it was-
980.
Yeah, 980,000.
I don't know.
So first of all, we had a big prediction that did not show up as such. However, one thing I'd like to ask Nick about is, have you seen these kind of predictions in the past where they dropped down, or have you seen it where they predicted less and it was a lot more? What kind of...
Has
Oh,
it been the
boy,
same?
that's
Has it been the
tough-
same way for the last 30 years?
That's the toughest question. And then the big number sometimes will just come out of nowhere. So
Yep.
it's so impossible to predict. You can kind of come up with some general ideas, but some of them are so far off. There's no
Right.
reason to it.
Come out of left field a little
Yeah,
bit.
I'd really like to know what's going on with the summer steelhead in the Columbia.
Oh, that's just
boy, that's
disgusting.
not so great.
Jim Hester, what's your favorite river?
Someone asked Nick, bead...
Clackamas River.
Yeah.
for
Oh
sure.
my goodness!
Home river.
Yep, bead
Not
or
the
spinner?
best, but I love it.
Yep, bead or spinner for steelhead, someone asked.
Spinner's probably more fun to fish, but bead's pretty effective.
Favorite species to fish for?
Steelhead, for sure.
Spoons or spinners for Coho?
Both.
Oregon or Washington?
Oregon
Those are
and-
pretty generic stuff, guys.
Yeah.
Come on.
There we go. Nick, have you always had a beard since you were a baby?
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yep. Soft beads or hard beads?
Those soft beads work pretty well. I've been using those on the Umpqua, and they seem to work better than roe some days.
Hey, for those of you that said you had just ordered or something, email me at or send it to customerservice@amatobooks.com and send a little message telling me about that, and I'll get right back to you tomorrow.
Keep rolling down there, Clint, real fast.
Who's caught more fish, Nick?
Oh, he's got to pick a winner?
Definitely me.
Who's caught more fish, Nick or Frank? Yeah,
That's fun.
Frank's a treasure.
No answer?
I don't know. I don't want to say that.
Not going down that road. Got it. I don't blame you.
Frank's
Facebook winner is coming up with his question.
How old were you when you first started to love fishing? From John Moa?
6 years old, probably.
6 years old. What was that?
The first
Yeah.
big moment. I guess the first trout I caught was with a slug on a. I don't even remember.
A
It must have been
slug,
3.
nice.
That's what my dad says at a little trout pond.
That's awesome. So, John, if you could message customer service at amatobooks.com, we'll get you all set up with a subscription. So, Sasquatch sightings. Someone asked about your Sasquatch sighting this year, Nick.
Right.
Wait.
So we were fishing the lower Queets, and we heard.
Wait, I know, like, everyone just went, wait, you saw Sasquatch.
I did not see Sasquatch, but the guides up there we were fishing with, Quinault tribal members have all seen Sasquatch. So we heard all kinds of endless stories, and we heard some crazy sounds. It sounded kind of like
You heard it with your own ears.
yeah, 4 different times coming, below the Clearwater there, way out in the middle of nowhere, just loud, roaring, whoop whoop kind of calls out in the middle of nowhere.
Are you friends with the guy on Facebook with the Sasquatch head? Tell you later.
What?
Maybe.
Okay.
Brady Taylor, thank you for the 1999 super chat. Appreciate it, bud. Now we can afford to pay count.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Brady. We had a couple good,
$20.
questions going back up there, if you don't mind.
Wait, go down.
So,
Sorry. Yep, keep going.
Josiah's on there.
he's asking.
Crown Royal or Pendleton?
Is that what he said?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
Oh,
Perfect.
goodness. Yeah. Keep going up here. There was how would you target steelhead that are pressured? Was something about that? What do you do in the case of pressured steelhead? What do you like to do?
Get there before everybody or fish later.
Yep.
Sluice them,
Yep.
not fish around them.
Fish, fish above them, fish below. Or use lighter line and more
Stealthy it up.
subtle tactics than everybody else.
Yeah. And then someone asked Nick if you could fish with any fishing addict, who would it be?
Well, I would love to fish with any of them and all of them.
But mostly Clint. So,
Mostly Clint.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. No,
Better to
they're.
be low hold though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
There will be
that will
some good
happen.
stuff.
The low holing is, it's a consequential, just fishing with Clint. That's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen.
He doesn't care if he catches fish anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good
what
stuff.
it is.
So, again, kind of going back to this whole Coho thing, I've kind of heard some people say they're coming late. Do you think we have a late run? We got opportunity coming in late?
Ask Nick. I don't know.
There's going to be some coming in for sure.
Yeah.
So it's just a matter of how many. But you can look at it a bunch of different ways. But the next time it rains, I'd imagine there's going to be a nice little push, right?
Yeah, I
And
think
then,
it's supposed to
you
rain
say,
right
they're-
now on November 27th. I have no idea.
exactly.
It's a ways off, I think. Have you seen anything cool?
I haven't really been looking, but you're finding them right now, right?
I mean, a few. Nothing crazy. Don't. Oh God, river's hot stuff. Full no.
Yeah,
Hell
no, I've been
no.
fishing for them on the Quinault and the Queets, and that's been pretty good.
But they're kind of the exceptions to the rules. Yeah.
Well,
But, so.
I mean, real fast. So you brought out some river names that are definitely kind of like out of the scope of the state. Do they do hatchery plants for coho in those rivers, or do they just
They
have?
do.
They do.
Mhm.
I did not know that. So I just thought that, obviously, I'll say it's either habitat or hatcheries. They seem to have a good mix of
They have a
both.
huge mix of brood stock, all kinds.
So
of,
they're doing coho plants. I did not
as
know
far
that.
as I know, yeah,
So
And
what
they have tons of fish.
they do.
They
Yeah,
must
you
have got.
guys,
They keep those damn
didn't
tribe
you
rivers
guys
keep
go-
just going to different oceans.
Didn't you guys go up there and catch a couple steelhead?
A couple
I
steelhead,
think we were
just a
camping
couple.
out right by where all that happened.
Yeah, like I said, I mean, it's just those two rivers must flush out to like the Indian Ocean.
pretty much.
Huh.
Yeah. So Nick, would you say over the last couple decades, have you seen the return timing shift around for different runs? Or is
Yeah,
it pretty
30
consistent?
years, 30 years
not
ago?
Really. Maybe some spring Chinook run timing's been a little bit different.
Yeah.
But in general, other than things are similar. Other than the broodstock winter steelhead come in much later than some of the original runs. I kind of like
original segregated
Yeah, I kind of
hatchery
like
Frankenfish runs.
the December fish because of the
I love
time.
the
Because
December
there's something-
fish.
something to do.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
for
No,
sure.
there's no doubt. I think that's definitely one that was on the chopping block with the current management for sure. Good,
Yeah.
bad, or indifferent. They ain't here anymore.
Yeah.
Not in a lot, not like they were. Yep. What was your best memories fishing for winter steelhead? There's got to be that one fish.
Probably the first fish that I ever hooked while I was actually casting. I was in the front of my dad's wooden drift boat and floating an Oregon coastal stream named the Nestucca. And,
That's all right.
and anyways,
This
casting-
report's really old, so just
yeah,
get
it's
over
really
it.
old. Yeah, 70.
Yeah.
70.
Okay, yeah, so it's 40 years ago. Get over it.
So, anyways, casting steelies out
Uh-huh.
of the front, and I hooked my first winter steelhead
Just
behind a
whoop.
rock, and it was cold water and everything, so it didn't fight that hard, but the strike was just amazing, and it was my first one. It was great.
First, like swinging a spoon kind of
yeah,
a deal,
swings,
even
casting, swinging, and yeah, it was amazing.
just lit you up.
Yeah,
Huh?
and then probably steelhead like on a 4-weight rod in the Deschutes swinging when I was a kid. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
The subsurface fly.
Crazy. Let's see here. What's your favorite? Favorite fish? Salmon, steelhead, springer.
Probably summer steelhead.
Summer steelhead.
Yeah, for sure, summer steelhead.
Yep.
Something special. Yeah.
I could see why. There's a few attributes there. Shorts,
Right, yeah.
clear water,
Right.
fun
hard,
fishing.
hard fighting
Yeah.
fish. And
So-
long runs, big leaps.
So Jeff Santos asked about a bucket list river he'd like to fish, or has he fished every river in the world? Maybe perhaps instead of a bucket list, what different areas and have you fished? How many different rivers would you say you fished for steelhead? and
I've
salmon?
caught steelhead in over 200 different rivers. So,
Damn, I didn't know there was even steelhead in 200 different
Right,
rivers.
so I used to fish a lot.
Do you have you kept track?
I not really, but I used to.
But you could probably go like right through this and be like,
yeah.
yep. That's cool.
Right. So I don't know.
That is way cool.
The Deschutes River's hard to beat locally. I just like the local rivers, but if you had to go to best of the best, you've got the Kispiox, Dean, Skeena, Babine.
Just drop it up left and right, Mark. When you have like the 30-year cred pin, you can do whatever the hell you want. Because Herzog came in here and kind of did the same thing too. He's just like, yeah, okay.
And
Way
my,
cool.
My son's watching, and he asked when he can go fishing with you. So,
Let's go.
all right, we're going tomorrow. I'm serious. If you want to
It's
go
like
tomorrow,
24 tomorrow.
he's
It's
Xavier
gonna
is
be
the
cold.
man.
I'm already not looking forward to that.
he's going. So,
24 degrees.
It's supposed to be freezing tonight.
I'm going into work late.
goodness. Okay.
26 this
Yeah, it's gonna be
Oh, deer are gonna
freezing.
die in the morning.
Deer will die.
Again, salmontroutsteelheader.com at checkout. Type in addicted. You'll get 50% off of the subscriptions, and we really appreciate every single one of you subscribing. It's pretty amazing. Have your guys' support.
We need to do one more
Dude, we
price.
should launch an addicts cover photo contest.
I would love
Oh
to do
my god.
When do you think
Don't we have a
for?
Twitch and Jig contest? Why not just make that?
No, let that die.
No, we want to do something in probably like June or something. What do we got open?
Let's talk about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The addicts.
We'll play around with something, but it's the cover photo, salmon trout steelheader. That's kind of a special thing. Someday I'm gonna make it in there when I go into the files and switch it to mine right before they ship it. Cameron made it on, but like we said, we had to hide his face.
Just like this.
Yeah.
Perfect.
No, unfortunately, this photo, which I took, thank you very much, amazing fish. And normally you get a picture with the guy looking up, but man, this fish was so special. We
I had
just
to look
decided.
nice. Couldn't get my eyes off it.
Yeah, he kept his eyes on it and stuff. And I actually remember that we were rolling through this one hole.
Fish was giant.
That fish was giant,
Sal, yeah, there we go.
and we were going up down to this hole, and there was like two guys way back in the hole fishing. We're like, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, "Oh, it's pretty slow." And then the
think
riff
they were
were right
wondering.
above. Yeah, there was a big old hole, and the riffle right above was just absolutely stacked.
I think they pushed like every
single
coho
fish.
in that river was just, is typical like low water.
Yep.
Let's talk about the coho technique. It's typical low water, deep hole, glassy though.
Yep.
And they were just boom, 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 beating that to death. And we just kind of slid up where the hole like riffled and dumped in, and all those fish just got right up and they were just sitting there. I mean, and we.
A lot of them.
Oh my
It was
God,
like
we
automatic.
Yeah.
teed off on them.
Yeah.
Like it was impressive. It was like casting jigs in and not hitting the bottom
Yep.
kind of stuff, and flipping your bail and just oh God, there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was
And
memorable.
they were probably farther back in the morning really well. They were fishing eggs in there, but yeah, they came up in that, and we were like swinging, twitching jigs through like a fly.
Didn't
pretty
matter.
much.
You
Yeah.
didn't have to put any movement on them. It was
Yeah.
something colored, and the fish were just crushing it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
good
big
stuff.
cohos, big fun cohos for sure. Let's do one more prize pack giveaway because we got almost 450 you guys watching between the two channels. Thank you guys for sharing this out. Like I said, couple little quick updates because we got a lot of new guys that tuned in. In this month's issue of STS Magazine, there is an editorial explaining the response to the artificial Patagonia, whatever dingbats you want to call them. Their movie, there's some response to that as well. And we also have the Addicts Code of, talk about that real quick because I already forgot it. There it is, 50% off discount code.
Addicted?
If you use the word addicted.
SalmonTroutSteelheader.com, and that's for the subscriptions. It doesn't count towards the other little packs,
Yeah,
but
what
if
was
you want
the
that,
STS website for the subscription?
SalmonTroutSteelheader.com, or you could probably just search STS on Google if you wanted. So, SalmonTroutSteelheader.com.
SalmonTroutSteelheader.com. No dashes.
No dashes.
Okay, good. Marlon will not yell at you.
Yeah.
It'd be perfect. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, let's do this. We got to think of a question for the last contest, for the last prize pack giveaway. We're going to have a Kuma hat. We're going to have some addicted steelhead worms. What's it going to be? It's got to be inclusive. And a subscription.
And a
And a
subscription.
subscription to
Yep.
STS Magazine. And if you get this one, you can just burn it. Let's see here.
Already
So, last
Ooh,
question
no,
here.
No, we just changed the question. We got to figure out how we're going to punish Clint. What are we doing here, Marlon?
I want to know how many people are already subscribed or not subscribed.
Oh, there we go. Simple yes, no answer. If you are right now currently subscribed to STS, if you're not currently subscribed to STS, and third answer, if you're going to subscribe to STS. It's either yes, no, or I will be. Let us know, guys.
Nice.
And then for the last addicted prize pack for the Akuma hat,
I
addicted
mean, at 50%
fishing worm.
off, it's got to be a pretty
50%
damn
off.
good
Pretty
deal.
much everybody should be like, I
Almost
will
at
be.
$17. It was
Yeah,
when it
that's
worked out to.
cheap.
17 bucks for 12 issues? Or no, is it 6 issues? I'm
10.
sorry.
10. Yep.
10 issues. 10 issues.
One question. What would you...
That's $1.70 an issue for like all these articles,
yeah.
all this like stuff, a picture of me. I mean,
Yep.
come on.
That's on my wall.
That's disturbing.
So I'm going to direct this to Cameron. What advice would you give? There's a question here from a really pretty lady, my wife. What advice would you give to a little kid, just little tidbit of advice, who wants to get into fishing? What encouragement or advice would you give?
So I had some great clients today in the boat. We were talking about getting his 5-year-old fishing, and I told him to where to go. Where I took both my kids to catch their first fish, where they could cast out, make it easy, give them a target-rich environment.
Yep.
We've got some great opportunities with like some of the panfish stuff coming up in our area. There's going to be a lot of trout stockings, like a lot of trout stockings. You can check out the WDFW and ODFW websites. Those are target-rich environments for kids to catch some fish right out of the gate, get them excited about it, get the wiggle on the rod, get the bite. This is a great time of year. Like, just because we're rolling into, fall and winter and cold temperature months, like there's going to be ample opportunity. So like
Absolutely.
target rich environment. Don't make it too serious. Like don't take them springer fishing the first week of March. Let's not do that. Maybe don't take them after those December steelhead. Just throwing that out there.
Yep.
Target rich environment. Man, I just can't wait because now that I got that raft, I'm going to be busting out so many of these. Maybe I'll make a tutorial on that. Getting kid into fishing right away.
That would be amazing.
How to take your 5-year-old fishing. Maybe we should do that.
Would love to. I actually that place you're talking about, I made a little video with my son. He loved it. It was great. And I am actually writing a book on fishing power bait for trout right now that we're going to put out through Amato Media. So I would definitely say I've been really lucky to have
Black Friday lake stocking. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my kids. My daughter is almost 2. She just reeled in her first fish, which was a whitefish, which was pretty cool. And then my son has caught kokanee, trout, panfish, crappie, bluegill, perch, bunch of different things. And he claims he's caught salmon and steelhead, which is probably, he's already a fisherman telling big tales. So
a little exaggerated. As big as me.
Yep. But he's awesome. But I think, for me, it's just kind of like, for me, it's been give them something to play with if the fishing is slow, and just have them outdoors. And then if you get one, I actually almost got my 1-year-old on her first steelhead, but it shot towards the bank and came off. But she was really excited when she saw it and stuff, and it's a lot of fun. There's nothing better than that. I've got some.
There's a lot of responses on people talking about even though we're doing the question on if you are gonna, or if you are or are not or going to be subscribed to the STS magazine, there is a ton of comments on the kids fishing.
Yeah.
I think we almost need to maybe do a live feed just strictly on that, especially as we get close to the trout stockings.
I would love to.
We need to do that for sure.
Well, one of the things is I think you guys will all agree, it's like for how much we know, love, are networked in and connected, there's still times where it is hard to catch a fish. So for dads out there who have a kid and you've tried to bring him fishing and you haven't caught something, do not feel bad at all. It's just the right place, the right time, and there is some great lakes and stuff out there. The trout stocking reports on...
that will be publicly posted and more than encouraging you to go out and get them.
Totally. So there will be more information to come for that. So, yeah. When will you do a video on how to help kids get into fishing?
I get my raft on. I've been kind of... Unfortunately, I can't really dump my 26-footer in a bunch of freaking lakes around here. This is not allowed. So, we're going to wait until it's going to definitely happen. Yep.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, we'll be... we can do a series on that one for sure. Good idea, folks. Yep. Good idea, Xavier.
Yes, absolutely.
Great idea, Xavier. We love the question, and we should do that.
Yes. Yeah.
Cool. Let's pick a winner for that. And any other last-second ditch questions for Nick Amato since we got him here all the way from Portland? That's right. We'll get him in. We'll get him in here again for sure. But any other quick questions, for Nick there? And while Clint's picking a winner, guys, type them up. Let's hear it.
Yeah.
What's it gonna be?
I want to go fishing with you guys.
Let's go. Anytime. You tell me when. James P. Yoder, you will be subscribing to STS, but now you actually want a subscription. So.
Oh, well, there we go.
There we go.
Right.
So you're right. You will be.
You will be subscribing.
You're gonna have to do this twofold because it is a two-part gift. You're gonna have to email orders at addicted.fishing.com to get your Mad River Worms, your Kuma hat, and some stickers. I did it again, and I did it when you weren't here, and I was going to get yelled at. Let's try that again. James P. Yoder, you need to email orders at addicted.fishing. And for the subscription, you need to...
customer service at amatobooks.com. AMATO books.com.
Biggest winner steelhead, Nick. What's the biggest one you've ever got?
Oh, boy.
Just put him right on the spot. Keep scrolling down for me, Clint.
Probably 23 pounds.
23. Probably, though. Was one of those ones had a tape and got it. Yeah. Gotcha. What do you miss about fishing 25 years ago, and do you think there are actually less anglers now?
Good question.
Good.
The angling pressure has gone up and down with the runs, the size of the runs. I think things are probably as good right now as they've ever been. There's so many cool different techniques, so much cool tackle out there to use. All the boats are better, equipment's better, access to knowledge is better. So I don't know that I would say I miss anything really, other than some years there were a lot more fish.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there has to be some rivers that have been
that have changed.
that have
were
changed
much
or
better.
closed down even because like I mean one
Right.
thing I talked to a lot of guys where you look at like the angling license purchases and stuff and we're dwindling,
Right.
but it seems crowded because we're losing opportunity
Yeah.
areas. So
Absolutely.
it's the seasons are shorter, we're compressing a lot of stuff, but
So the one thing I found that I've had to do, because a lot of people, especially if you don't have the opportunity to get out a lot, is get locked into like say 6 spots. And you just bank fish your 6 spots, and each year you go back, and then something can change completely, or they can get overrun, and then all of a sudden, your great memories of those spots are gone forever, and it'll never be the same. So I've always tried to keep my options open. So if
Diversify.
if something's not working over here, wait, maybe that'll come back around, or that hole will change and reform, or this drift will be better, and then I'll like, okay, something new's going on over here, so I'll go try to do something locally anyway, and try something a little different.
learn the technique, learn the fish.
Right,
Maybe
right.
not. And it's funny because you asked earlier about like what's a little bit different than this year, and there's 2 spots on the river that it's flowing right now that every year I can fleece fish out of. Like, give me spots, give me.
Right.
I have yet to catch a fish in either of those 2 spots, and I cannot see what's different. I
See,
cannot see, and it's just
a
you're right.
perfect
And if I was
example.
locked into
Yeah,
those 2,
right,
if I
yeah,
was
you-
only fishing those spots, I would be really doing worse than I already am right now. I mean,
Right.
and it's crazy. Like, because I mean,
Yeah.
like I pull in and I fish those spots every single day, and I'm like, this is one of the best spots on the river. And then they are not there again, and then they're up, and you're right. It's just constant evolving.
And there really are, even at this day and age, a ton of opportunities out there. I mean, so many areas to explore, so many different places to fish that are all within, an hour and a half right here where we're sitting.
It's not all doom and gloom.
No. And say the fishing's not as good, one fish can make a day.
Yep. Absolutely.
That's right. So we have almost 450 of you guys watching, and the Game 7 of the World Series is on right now.
Oh my
It
goodness.
was almost 500.
It was almost 500. Wow. We're like hanging out with the freaking World Series. I didn't even know. But why isn't Josiah, you're a baseball fan. He's got to be.
Yeah,
watching
he's
those.
been commenting.
He's got to be like commenting on his phone
Yep.
and watching. I mean, I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit.
Yeah.
So,
Who?
Josiah Dar.
Who's that?
Don't be. Clint, shut up.
He sounds hideous.
That's
Oh boy. Okay. It changes all the time. That fuels the addiction. So no, that's right. If it was stale and I knew I could go to that river every day and catch my 2 fish in that spot and blah blah blah, yeah, it would definitely be boring. Does STS do any stories on center pinning?
yes.
That's a good
There's
one.
one coming. Roger sending one over.
Yes, and we're going to be doing more and more of that type of thing, and that's becoming much more popular.
In Great
in the
Lakes Angler.
Northwest.
Oh, great example. Oh yeah, that's probably all center pinning. I mean,
There's,
really.
it is.
there's definitely a
Yeah,
lot of center
right.
pin in Great Lakes
And in
Angler.
British Columbia too.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep. And there's a lot of people doing
Well,
it.
there you
over
go. If you
Yeah.
really want to digest into free or get into that center pinning, you might want to check out some older STS or
Yeah,
Great
we-
Lakes Angler
Right.
articles.
And we have an old school video on it still, I think, too.
Yeah. Yep.
Cool. Very cool.
And it's going to be Marlon's new favorite technique soon.
More plug articles, please.
So yeah, and there's some good plug articles actually on the Salmon Trout Steelheader website right now. Go check them out.
Washington's up 3-2. That's what I hear.
Well, cool.
All right, guys, we are gonna check out of here. What's that?
Spoiler alert.
Well, it said right there. There you go. All right, guys. So we are gonna check out of here. Thank you very much for coming in, guys. Do not forget a couple of announcements though. Do not forget about the orders code or for the. Gosh, I am done. Do not forget about the discount code addicts on STS or salmontroutsteelhunter.com. Also, you guys, we have the
Addicted.
You use the word addicted for the code. Also, be sure to check out the Halloween sale tomorrow only on our website for Addicted Apparel at www.addicted.fishing. And as always, this Sunday, what is it this Sunday? Do we know? We don't even know. Sean keeps us in suspense. Don't forget to check out our Addicted Life. Share that YouTube. Help us out, guys. Share the Addicted brand to your friends, your family, your coworker, your fishing buddies, all that good stuff. Check out YouTube. our channel, Addicted Fishing. Subscribe, turn the bell on. You guys, thank you very much for tuning in.
And there was that October 31st. There's some special prize with that.
Oh, yeah, you get the
Yeah.
secret prize. I don't even know what it is with every
Yeah.
order on www.addicted.fishing.
Mike's messaged me like
Tomorrow
5 times,
only.
like, what is it?
So-
I'm like, I don't know. He's freaking out.
Mike's got a packet. Does Mike even? Obviously he doesn't know.
No.
Oh, this is gonna be good, guys. Make Mike's day. Just make him miserable. Send him tons of orders, guys. We got those new hoodies. We got new sweatshirts. We got a whole bunch of new shirts on there. Thank you guys once again for showing in.
Yep.
Thank you so much.
You
It's
guys
been
are
a lot of
awesome. We
fun.
really
Yep.
appreciate it.
You guys subscribe to STS Magazine. We'll be doing a lot more with them in the future. We'll see you later.